listening to Proof Text, a Glossa House podcast by Dr. T. Michael W. Halcomb, Dr. Fredrick J. Long, Dr. Mario Melendez, Dr. Jennifer Noonan, and J. M. Smith. Welcome and enjoy.
Hello, welcome back to Constituent Marking with Fred Long on Proof Text. I'm Fred Long, and we're looking at 1 Corinthians chapter 12. We'll move into 13 and 14, and then we'll see where we go from there. But we've stopped and are picking back up right at 1 Corinthians 12, verse 14. And this is a simple little verse. We don't have to draw this out, make it super long, but I'll read it and then I'll mark it up and I'll try to explain the marking for those of you who are listening. Kegar to soma uk estin en melos ala pola. All right, kegar. I'm going to start with the kegar. My first inclination is put a box around ke and gar, but as I've talked about last time, the ke is functioning adverbally, and adverbs are dotted, circled. Kegar also. So gar is indicating support plus strengthening for what comes before. So Paul is substantiating previous propositions. For also, then there's a description here of tosoma. Tosoma, I'm going to put a single underline around it, even though this could be accusative because we're looking at a neuter form, nominative and accusative, they look the same. I'm going to start by single underlining it. I think it probably is the subject because it's working with the verb estin. Tosoma uk estin. Now the uk is an adverb, so I put a dotted box around it. I single underline estin, so that's present indicative, third singular of imi. So the body is not. The body is not. So what is the body not? So you get the subject, tosoma, and then you have the predicate nominative, en melos. En melos, en is an adjective. Adjectives are they're marked with what they belong. There's no special marking for adjectives. They're marked with what they're modifying, or if they're functioning like a noun, a substantive. There's a substantive position of the adjective. Well, then you mark it according to how it's functioning. If subject, single underline, predicate nominative, single underline, accusative case, you double underline if it's the object of the of the verb. So here it just receives a single underline along with the melos, one member. So melos is third declension noun, member, and en is from is mia en. It's neuter because it's agreeing with melos. And then you have Allah. So after that, you have Allah. So far we have for also the body is not one member, Allah pola, but many. So what's going on here with the Allah? Well, it is working in what is called the uk Allah construction. This is a correction taking place. It's marked plus correction. And so what's being corrected is that a conceptualization of the Christian body, that it is not one type of member, but it is many. And so the many, the pola, is indeed working with an implied, probably estin. Yes, even though estin is third singular, we know that this third singular verbs, that neuter plural subjects will often work with third singular verbs. So I would propose that there's an implied estin here. So we are not, the body is not one member, but it is many. So Paul here is speaking in a very condensed way. There's an implied verb here. He does this a lot, and there's a kind of elegance to eliding elements, using ellipsis to convey ideas. Ellipsis is when there's an implied sentence element. This is efficient communication. it's found a lot. It occurs a lot. It's a very common thing, and it throws people off because they're like, wait, where's the verb? There's no verb. Well, you have to supply it. And so here it is. Yeah. So that's how I would mark up this verse and translate it. And I hope you found this helpful. We look forward to having you listen and watch next time. Take care.
Interested in growing your ancient language skills but not sure where to start? Glossa House can help. From illustrated readers and short stories to lexicons and grammars, Glossa House offers a variety of resources for beginning, intermediate, and experienced ancient language learners. Head to glossahouse.com today. Glossa House, language resources for the global community.